Welcome back to the Morning Shot, everyone. Very, very interesting, and I always love having discussions with Dr. Jacqueline Sabga. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It was always wonderful to talk to you. I've got a couple of guys here, and a team, in fact, that is heading off to the drag racing World Cup in Maryland, Baltimore. They actually had to qualify for it, and they were telling me off camera how challenging it was. I'd like to welcome Christian Ramnarine from Team Tekno Toys and Muhammad Ali. Christian, I'll start with you. How difficult was it to actually qualify for this drag racing World Cup?
It was pretty difficult. We've been trying for the last 4 years to try and beat our personal best, right? And the World Cup consists of like about 300 cars from across the US and then and the entire world. People from Australia, the Caribbean, South America, all over the US also go to Baltimore to try and compete. And this year we're trying to represent Trinidad and Tobago, to try and get there to break a world record and to represent Trinidad to win the entire event.
Tell me a little bit, Mohammed, about Team Tekno Boys, because I see you guys down at the drag racing at Waterfield sometimes. I'm down there sometimes, and you guys do pretty well here.
Yes, actually, it's not only based on drag racing. We actually help out some kids with motorsport and karting. So we're involved in a lot of the motorsports on the island, and well, obviously in the US as well. So it's growing fastly.
You guys must be expecting some very stiff competition across there.
Yes, we are. The fastest cars in the world will be there.
How difficult and how are you guys preparing for this challenge?
It's gonna be pretty hard, and it's the financial side of it is kind of tough. But because we're accustomed to racing in Orlando Speedway, that's basically the home track. And but this one is across state. It's across in Maryland. So
yeah, Mohammed, you guys aren't totally strangers to racing in the USA. You've done it before.
Yes, I've been racing since 2012 in the US with our old car, and now we moved on to this new car, which is a lot faster. Actually, I think we will be really competitive. I mean, we are really close to the world record of being the world's fastest four-cylinder. I think at this event we might actually get it done.
Tell me about that, because in the email that you sent me, you said that potential records could break here.
Yes. Basically, we have the guy that owns the world fastest four-cylinder record right now. He's a Canadian, and he ran at an ET time of 6:29.
Wow.
We are down to 6:76. His mile power was 2:21, I believe. Ours is just at 2:14. So it's really close. Competition will be hard. It will be hard doing it at competition, but I guess we have to do it.
I've got two young guys here in yourselves, and I'd like to ask you the question of where are we at in drag racing? Trinidad and Tobago, is it putting down that foundation, that platform for you guys to go on to achieve greater things, or is drag racing in Trinidad and Tobago a little bit difficult to break into, or a little bit, the sport isn't well organized? Christian?
In Trinidad, it's gonna be a little bit difficult in terms of the knowledge and the infrastructure that we need. Basically, all we need in Trinidad is a professional racing track, a real certified NHRA certified or FIA certified racing professional track. Because the cars in Trinidad, we have huge potential in Trinidad. Like we have extremely quick cars that go through the Caribbean and win at every single Caribbean level. We have lots of events in Grenada and St. Lucia across the year that cars from Trinidad leave and go and beat the entire Caribbean. In Trinidad, we have Waterfield, and S.A is trying very hard, work as much as possible and get as much done in Trinidad as it stands. They have events every month. You can check it out online. But on a professional level, in terms of, in comparison to the US, they need a lot more financial support, either from the government or from private sponsors or something like that, to get it onto the US level.
Yeah, guys, we're coming close to the end of our time, and I just want to also ask you, and on behalf of TNT as well, if there are young people out there, or people in general, who want to get involved with Team Tekno Toys and really try to get involved in drag racing, or at least try the sport, how can they get in touch with you guys? How can they become part of this?
We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. I guess you can contact any one of them and just send us an email. Our email is out there. We will respond. We're really quick with responding.
Yeah, that's the email right there, actually, turbokid@ibn@hotmail.com. So you can contact Team Tekno Toys. They're a drag racing team who actually competes out in the United States, but actually is based right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Guys, thank you very much for being on the Morning Shot. It's been a pleasure. Let's support our guys as they head out to Maryland, Baltimore. I know for a fact that I've already gotten their contacts, and we'll be keeping in touch with them while they're out there and see how they do. So you can check out that in our 7 p.m. Sportscast. It's between November 1st and November 6th. This has been the Morning Shot on CNC3. Always great spending a little bit of time with you, Trinidad and Tobago, on a Friday morning. I do hope you have a great weekend, and I do hope to see you next week. Guys.